Most women think sexual attraction comes from looks, outfits, or curves, but real magnetism isn't about attention, it's about energy. It's the way your presence lingers even after you've left the room, the way people lean closer when you speak softly, the way you carry calm, not chaos, because real sexual energy isn't loud, it's grounded. And the reason why I say real sexual energy is grounded is because true magnetism comes from being completely comfortable in your own body and energy, creating a stable, confident presence that others find safe to be drawn to, whereas desperate or performative sexuality creates anxiety and instability that repels quality attention even as it might attract surface-level interest. This is the truth about sexual attraction that most women never learn. The women who drive men wild aren't necessarily the ones who look like models or dress provocatively. They're the ones who occupy their own space with such natural confidence and ease that others can't help but be drawn into their orbit. This kind of attraction isn't something you can fake or perform. It comes from genuine self-possession, from being rooted in your own worth, from moving through the world like you belong exactly where you are. And the beautiful truth is that many women have this quality without even realizing it. Most women think they're not particularly attractive because they don't look like what media tells them is beautiful. But there are signs, clear, consistent signs, that reveal when you possess the kind of sexual magnetism that transcends conventional beauty standards. Hi, I'm Gabriel Hart from My Daily Love, and in this video, we'll talk about 5 signs that reveal you're a sexually attractive woman, even if you don't recognize it yourself. And once you understand these indicators, you'll not only appreciate your own natural magnetism, but you'll also understand how to amplify these qualities that create genuine, lasting attraction. Sign number 1. Compliments go beyond looks. The first sign that you're truly sexually attractive is when men praise your voice, energy, or presence, not just your beauty. Because surface compliments about looks reveal surface attraction, while compliments about your essence reveal something deeper and more magnetic. Think about the difference between "you're pretty" and "I love how calm you make me feel," or "your voice is so soothing," or "there's something about your energy that's just magnetic." The first is visual. The second is visceral. When men are responding to your sexual energy rather than just your appearance, they struggle to articulate what attracts them because it's not something they can point to in a photograph. It's your presence, your vibe, your essence, the intangible qualities that make them want to be near you. You might hear things like, "I just feel good when I'm around you." "You have this way of making people feel comfortable. There's something different about you. I can't explain it, but you're really captivating." These non-specific compliments reveal that he's responding to your energy, not just evaluating your physical attributes. This type of attraction is actually more powerful and lasting than purely physical attraction because it's responding to who you are rather than just how you look. Physical appearance changes and fades, but energy and presence can strengthen with age and self-knowledge. Women with this quality often don't realize how attractive they are because they're measuring themselves against visual standards, body type, facial symmetry, trendy aesthetics. But they're creating attraction on a completely different level that bypasses those superficial markers. From what I've seen, men become far more obsessed with and loyal to women whose energy attracts them than to women who are conventionally beautiful but lack that magnetic presence. Sign number 2. Men stare and get nervous around you. Here's what most women don't realize about their own attractiveness. When men stumble over words or get awkward in conversation around you, it's not because they're generally socially awkward. It's because your sexual energy affects them in ways they're trying to manage and control. Think about how people behave around someone they find intensely attractive. Their normal social skills deteriorate slightly. They become self-conscious, they trip over words, they act slightly nervous or flustered. This happens because attraction creates arousal, and arousal creates mild cognitive disruption. If you notice men becoming awkward specifically around you, stumbling over words when they were speaking fine moments before, seeming nervous in your presence, struggling to maintain eye contact without getting flustered, you're affecting them sexually whether or not you're trying to. This sign is particularly revealing when you notice it with multiple men across different contexts. If one guy gets nervous around you, he might just be shy in general, but if you notice a pattern of men becoming slightly awkward or flustered in your presence, that's your sexual energy affecting them. Many sexually attractive women dismiss this sign because they think he's just awkward, without realizing that he's awkward specifically because of their presence and the attraction he's experiencing. The staring is another indicator. Not creepy staring, but the kind where you catch men looking at you frequently, and when you catch them, they look away quickly or seem slightly embarrassed. This reveals they're drawn to watching you but don't want to be obvious about it. Quality men who are genuinely attracted but trying to be respectful will show this pattern. Stolen glances, slight nervousness, stumbling over words. They're experiencing strong attraction but managing themselves appropriately, and those management efforts create the awkwardness. Sign number 3. Women compete with you. What if one of the clearest signs of your sexual attractiveness is how other women respond to you, comparing themselves to you or acting differently when you're around? Because women accurately perceive sexual threat level in ways they might not consciously articulate. Think about how women's radar works for detecting other women's sexual power. It's incredibly accurate. Women can instantly assess which other women men will be attracted to, often with more accuracy than men themselves initially possess. If you notice women comparing themselves to you, competing for attention when you're present, acting differently around you than they do with other women, or showing signs of insecurity or hostility without you having done anything to warrant it, you're registering as sexually powerful to them. This might show up as women, making subtle digs at your appearance, choices, or lifestyle, becoming more performative and attention-seeking when you arrive, positioning themselves physically between you and men, copying your style, mannerisms, or choices, treating you differently than they treat other women, acting territorial about male attention when you're around. This isn't about women being catty or mean, it's about the fact that women accurately perceive sexual competition, and their behavior shifts accordingly when they register someone as threatening to their own romantic interests. Many sexually attractive women are confused by this dynamic because they're not trying to compete or attract attention, yet they notice tension or competition from other women that seems unprovoked. This tension is actually feedback about your sexual magnetism. The most sexually attractive women often report that they get along better with men than with women, not because they prefer male company, but because women respond to them as competition while men respond to them as attractive. Sign number 4, men offer random help. While you might think offers of help are just about being polite, the truth is men go out of their way to carry, fix, or rescue you when they're responding to your sexual attractiveness, because the masculine instinct to protect and provide is triggered by feminine sexual energy. Think about how men behave around women they're attracted to versus women they're not. The desire to be useful, to solve problems, to make things easier. This increases dramatically with attraction. If you notice men consistently offering to help you with things, carrying something heavy, fixing something broken, walking you to your car, offering directions, intervening in uncomfortable situations, this reveals that your feminine energy is triggering their protective masculine response. This sign is particularly revealing when the help is offered proactively before you ask, and when it's offered by men who don't typically go out of their way for everyone. If multiple men across different contexts offer to help you regularly, that's attraction, not coincidence. The key is that these offers feel genuine and unentitled. Men who are responding to genuine attraction want to help because it feels good to be useful to you, not because they're creating leverage or expecting something in return. Sexually attractive women sometimes don't notice this pattern because they're focused on being independent and capable, so they decline help and don't realize that the frequency of offers itself is the signal of their attractiveness. Now please, a word of caution because not every man who offers to help is responding to healthy attraction. Some are moved by genuine admiration for your feminine energy. They want to contribute, to support, to make life easier for you simply because it feels good to be near your presence. But others offer help for very different reasons, to create a sense of obligation, to feel powerful, or to position themselves as the rescuer you'll eventually owe. And unless you know how to read the difference, you'll misinterpret manipulation as kindness, or reject genuine care because you've mistaken it for control. The challenge isn't just noticing that men offer help. It's understanding whether their offers come from authentic desire to support you, which is attractive, from seeing you as incapable and needing rescue, which is patronizing, or from creating a debt they expect you to repay with attention or more, which is manipulation. Most women either reject all help to avoid seeming weak, missing opportunities to allow attraction to deepen through receiving, or they accept all help without questioning motives, sometimes finding themselves feeling obligated to men who used helping as a manipulation tactic. Understanding how to read the energy behind offers of help, Distinguishing genuine attraction from patronization or manipulation is crucial because how you respond determines whether these moments build healthy attraction or uncomfortable dynamics. The difference between women who successfully receive help in ways that build attraction and those who either miss opportunities or get manipulated often comes down to specific signals that reveal the true motivation behind his offer. Comment help, and I'll reveal the 3 signs his offer to help comes from genuine attraction versus the 3 signs it comes from either condescension or manipulation, and how to gracefully receive attraction-based help while deflecting the other types. Sign number 5. People remember you easily. The final sign of sexual attractiveness is when strangers recall small interactions that you already forgot, because memorable presence is one of the clearest indicators that your energy creates lasting impressions that transcend the moment itself. Think about how most interactions with strangers are forgettable. You pass hundreds of people daily and remember almost none of them, but certain people leave impressions that last. That's what you're creating when people remember you. This shows up as someone you met briefly months ago recognizing you immediately. People recalling details about conversations you barely remember. Strangers remembering your name when you don't remember theirs. People bringing up interactions you had that seemed insignificant to you. Being recognized in places you don't frequent. This memorability isn't about being loud or attention-seeking. It's about the quality of your presence creating a mark on people's consciousness that endures beyond the interaction itself. Sexually attractive women are often surprised by how many people remember them because the interactions felt normal and unremarkable from their perspective, but their energy was creating impressions they weren't aware of. This sign reveals that your presence has weight and substance that registers deeply with people, creating neural patterns strong enough to endure when most interactions fade immediately from memory. The fact that people remember you easily means you're creating the kind of presence that marks people's consciousness, which is a core component of sexual magnetism. You're not forgettable. You're not background. You're someone whose presence registers and remains. Now, I need to be honest about something because being the kind of woman people remember isn't just a blessing, it's also a responsibility. When your presence lingers, it draws admiration, fascination, and sometimes obsession. You become magnetic, not just to men who are ready for your depth, but also to those who are drawn to your light for what it gives them, not for who you are. And unless you learn how to filter the difference, your energy, the very thing that makes you unforgettable, can become the same thing that drains you. Because attraction doesn't always equal alignment, and the same qualities that make you irresistible can also attract those who only see your warmth as something to consume rather than cherish. See, being sexually attractive is powerful, but it doesn't automatically filter out men who will use you versus men who will value you, and understanding how to recognize users early protects you from wasting your magnetic energy on people who don't deserve access to it. The truth is, men who are using you reveal themselves through specific unconscious behaviors they don't even realize they're showing, and recognizing these patterns early saves you from investing in someone who's attracted to you, but not actually interested in valuing you. These behavioral signs reveal when someone is attracted to what you provide rather than who you are, showing you the difference between genuine interest and opportunistic attention. So if you want to discover the 5 behaviors that reveal when a man is using you without realizing it, and why recognizing these signs protects your magnetic energy for men who truly value you, then our new video will show you exactly what to watch for. Please click on the video that's showing on the screen right now, and you'll see how to distinguish between men who are attracted to you and men who actually value you as a whole person.